now in Tokyo, out of Osaka, and we're in Shibuya right now. We're going to be walking all the way, well, maybe not all the way. We're going to be heading towards Akihabara, and so I'm going to film a good chunk of it because it's a long walk, and I figure maybe chat will start up. We'll be doing some chatting, but yeah, here we go. Just walking and streaming. Early morning stuff. Well, not super early. It's 8:45 a.m. here in Tokyo.
Yeah. Hold on. 5 minutes.
On the East Coast, it's about 7:45 p.m. So, good evening, East Coast viewers. West Coast viewers, about 4:45. So, good afternoon. And Central Time, what are you? 2 hours behind. So, 5:45 maybe 6:45, depending.
Turn left.
So, hello to you as well. But yeah, we're not there yet, but we're coming up on the famous Shibuya Scramble.
Turn left.
It's just ahead of us. Right up here, where you see all the people crossing, right beyond these trucks. I took some B-roll of it earlier when I first got here to show how kind of empty it was. But now we're starting to get into the working hours of the day, and so therefore we've got a lot more people crossing. A lot of people coming out of the stations. Yeah, we've been getting our steps in daily. We've been doing 30,000 steps on average a day, so it's been nice. But yeah, here we are at the crossing. I actually don't have to cross it. I'm just going to walk alongside it. And where you see those cherry blossom trees over there, that's where the Hayachi statue is. And I covered that in one of my past videos about him. Actually, I am crossing at the crossing because we're crossing here. But I did cover that in one of my previous videos about Japan, the loyal dog. Yeah, there's the crossing. It's up there. And there's Tower Records off in the distance over there. So, cool. Yeah, we're just waiting at the crosswalk now. There's a Lululemon. Cool Subaru wagon. Mazda CX-5. That's my Mazda CX-5, except mine's a different color. Billboards up there. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more to see on this walk than there was in Osaka. Tokyo is a very different city. Alright, we got the green. Let's go.
Slight right.
So yeah, I'm going to try to show off some cool things along this walk for everyone to check out. Hopefully YouTube and Twitch auto-generate a cool thumbnail so I don't have to go back in and do one. But we'll see.
Turn left.
I might actually, I want to keep an eye on chat for the 2 hours, so I can't hook this up to my book bag, unfortunately, because I don't have any way to keep an eye on chat. So I gotta use a stupid selfie stick, which I hate because then it makes it obvious what I'm doing. The fun part will be when inevitably the battery starts to go down, and I'll have to try to rig up a charger because I use MagSafe to hold this on, so I'll have to use my MagSafe battery probably at some point and figure out a way to get this on there. So, full high rises there. Yeah, just a little walk and talk as we go through Shibuya. Have a good time. Oh, the dreaded Tesla coming up on it. But yeah, I've been doing some YouTube shorts about my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Direct and the pre-orders and all the pricing and controversy. And of course, we've got another controversy as we've got... while we're waiting at the light, I'm going to switch over to me. So, of course, we got the controversy of tariffs, and it was announced last night for me, today for you all, that there was going to be a delay in pre-orders of the Switch in America to address the tariff situation. Hopefully it doesn't change the price, and you know, we can pre-order it a few days after the 9th, or maybe even like we'll get the pre-order on the 9th. They'll get everything figured out, but still on par for June 5th for its release, so that's still good. But yeah, it's one of those things, kind of like if the price is like any higher than what it is, I might wait, because at launch I don't think there's any like must-have games for me. Like, I'm not the biggest Mario Party fan, not Mario Party, but Mario Kart fan. I enjoy it, but it's not like, oh, I gotta buy it day one. Kind of feel like that. The only reason why I get it on launch is because I would get the bundle. Can't remember if Donkey Kong is a launch day game. I mean, Metroid Prime 4 is awesome, and playing that at the higher frame rates would be much better than playing on the Switch. So that's kind of like the only game that I can think of that I want at launch. So if the $450, $499 prices are higher than that at launch, I might just wait, because just save some money, don't need to buy it right away, kind of thing. I mean, I know I'm the Nintendad, so you guys expect me to have the latest Nintendo stuff. But sometimes you guys just gotta be like, that's a little bit too much money, I got other things I gotta take care of. So I mean, we'll see. It's gonna be one of those things, like, I don't have to have it right away. So if the prices are too high, you know, I'll just put it off for a little bit and then pick it up when there are more games I want to get for it. So I mean, we'll see. The market will dictate, and if the prices go any higher, Nintendo might have a 3DS situation on their hands where they got to lower the price, and then, you know, then it'll become a huge success, much like the 3DS was. Because let's not forget, they way overestimated the market demand for the 3DS at, I think, 300. Can't remember what the launch price for the 3DS was, but then they did that massive cut. So I mean, we'll see. It is, all in all, different things. So I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully the price doesn't go up. That's my biggest fear with this delay in the pre-orders. It is because of the tariffs. The price is going to increase. I hope Nintendo had already baked that into the $450, $499 price, but I mean, you never know. That could have just been what they wanted to charge all along, and now with the tariffs comes a cut into the margins, and I mean, they don't want that. No business wants that. So I don't know the margins, so I can't blame them, you know, if the margins are going to be razor thin. But at the same time, it sucks for the consumer. But we'll see. So I mean, Nintendo, with the fear of tariffs on China, they did move a lot of the manufacturing to Vietnam to circumvent that. And then, of course, Trump levies those heavy tariffs on Vietnam. So yeah, the dumbest shit I've seen. People online be like, well, Nintendo should just move their factories to the US. It's like, it's not how it works. You can't just move a manufacturing facility that doesn't have the infrastructure for it, and we don't. Like Vietnam did, so they could, you know, move their facilities to Vietnam and it'd be fine. But that is just not the same.
Slight left.
So, I mean, we'll see. It's all up in the air at this point. Maybe Trump's bullying tactics with the tariffs will work, and these countries will lower their tariffs on us, and then we'll lower or get rid of the tariffs on them. Right? It's all just a wait and see at this point in time. But real quick, since I'm stopped, let you guys some cool more views of Shibuya. That's where we came from. A billboard up there. Oh. We got the green light, so let's go. Ooh, that's a cool little Toyota crossover. I don't know if we have that in the States. Yeah, another cool thing I like about coming to Japan is all the cool different cars that I get to see that we don't either have in the US or don't get in the US. So, like there's I was mentioning in another video, there's Toyota Crown. I don't know if that's above Lexus or in between Toyota and Lexus, but they're really cool looking and I like them. Kind of wish we had a few in the US, but we don't. Like I think I'm coming up, I think that's a Porsche right there I'm coming up on. It's a cool car, GTS. Yeah, that's a Porsche. Just sorry, you guys are getting more of the sidewalk than the scenery. But yeah, today we're gonna hit up some hard-offs. We're gonna hit some retro video game stores. Yodobashi camera, probably big camera also. Don't know all of what I'm gonna stream of that, so I'm gonna flip my phone charge at some point. But yeah, so I might switch to the backpack rig just so I can charge it at the same time. Because I don't think I can use this selfie stick because it's MagSafe with my charger. Let's see. Is there a way I could plug that in, but I'd be like holding the charger like that and looking ridiculous, which I still might do. Who knows? We'll figure that out. Another cool, interesting looking building up there. Yeah, I was up really early this morning because I was gonna just train to Shibuya, train to Akihabara and all that stuff, and then just film while I was there. But I was up super early and just kind of getting stir crazy because it's just a small Airbnb, not much to do there. Because like last night was such a long travel day on the Shinkansen and then getting to the Airbnb that I didn't venture far. I just went to a little izakaya, got a highball and some katsu, some beef katsu, and then went to the local market, got some drinks and some snacks, went back and watched Daredevil. And so I didn't really get out much yesterday, so today I was like, I'm not just gonna sit around for a couple hours in the Airbnb and wait for shit to open. And I'm also just not gonna hop on the train and walk around Akihabara for hours waiting for shit to open. It's like, I will start my walk and walk there, and we'll figure it out from there. Kind of thing like that. Ooh, there's a little farmer's market right here. That's cool. Because today is Saturday? I have no idea what day. Yeah, it's Saturday. Oh, that's awesome. A little farmer's market. If I wasn't so far from any of my destinations, I might pop in there for a snacky. See, but I think they're just setting up, so it's not even ready for me to hop in there and buy a snacky. Maybe if I walk back this way, I'll grab something. Yeah, so we're in Tokyo now. Osaka was a lot of fun. Nara was fun. Kobe was fun. Just a lot of fun to be had. And yeah, so we only got a couple days left in Japan. kind of one of those things, like I'm always kind of sad to leave, but at the same time I'm ready to go home. This was an interesting trip because I remember my very first trip out, it was me, Keenan, and Izzo, and Sean stayed with his mother, and I just went. It was a guy's trip kind of thing like that. Bunch of single dudes just running around Tokyo and Kyoto and Hiroshima, just doing fun stuff. And then second trip, took Sean with me. That was fun. Third trip, took the wife and Bowie and Sean with me. And then this fourth trip was another guy's trip. But yeah, leaving the family at home, it was kind of relaxing at first because like I didn't have to do all the things you do as a parent and as a spouse. So it was kind of like a nice break, but it only took a couple days before I missed doing those like routine things that you do as a parent and as a spouse, like getting your wife coffee, hanging out with the little one and having him kick the shit out of you because he watches wrestling, those kind of things. But I have been like video chatting with them several times a day, so it's not like I've been in any contact. So yeah, first couple days was nice, you know, not having any of those responsibilities, just being on my own, being able to sleep in, go to bed when I want, just go out when I want. Yeah, now I'm ready to go home, so it's like I'm going to enjoy these last 2 days, but also I'm just kind of like, let's have fun and let's fly by so I can get on that plane and head back to Virginia. So it's one of those like impasses. And there's one of those TVs. So yeah, we're at another big crossing. And now we're kind of walking through like a business district. There's not going to be like a bunch of shops. There'll be like drugstores and convenience stores, but not like game stores or electronic shops or anything like that. There'll be restaurants and there'll be drugstores, and that will be it until we get to more. This kind of reminds me when Chris and Pete did their walk from Osaka all the way to did they go all the way down to Shibuya, Shinjuku? I can't remember where the final destination was, but they hit up Akihabara, Satsuka, Americatown, Shinjuku, Shibuya. Did they go through? I'm trying to think if they went through Roppongi. Not sure, but they did a lot. Ooh. Some sort of Mazda building right there. Mazda being maybe my favorite car company. It's either Mazda or Ford. And Ford's mostly due to the Mustang more than anything else. But yeah, I don't know if that's a dealership or like Mazda office building. It looks like an office building, so. We got KFC coming up. I did get my Japanese KFC. It's good. I don't think it's that much different than the American KFC though. Like I remember a buddy of mine, he went to Japan just a few months before my first trip. And he was like, dude, you gotta get the KFC there. It's on another level. Let's see. And there's your, oh, look at that. They got a meal deal here. They didn't have that deal in Osaka. Yeah. Just kind of all the things you can get at KFC here. I do love the American burger. Freaking 2 chicken patties, onion rings, cheese, some sort of sauce, mayonnaise. Just like I might have to try that American burger later. One thing they do have for the biscuits is maple honey, and it's pretty delicious actually. It's not quite maple syrup. It's honey with a little maple kick to it. So that's really good. But yeah, and also a report on Melon Fanta. Have not been able to locate any Melon Fanta in the stores. I've only had it at KFC and McDonald's, and that is very disappointing to me because that's my favorite drink in Japan, is the Melon Fanta. Oh, when I get past this road sign, we got another cool billboard. One of those like 3D style billboards. There's a billboard up there, but that's not the one I'm talking about. This one right here. Oh, it was showing off an aquarium. But I'll let that play for a second. Take a break. Oh, now it's just going to be an advert for makeup. Damn. Oh well, we missed the cool one. Yeah, I do like this about like Tokyo and Osaka. You just kind of walk everywhere if you want, like if you want to put the mileage on your legs, kind of thing. And so I don't mind. I mean, this is a longer walk than I've done yet, so I said I might, if I get too tired, I might take the train, but also I might stop and get a coffee and maybe a biscuit or donut or something and chill and chat with you guys, let the legs rest, and then carry on. Because yeah, Keenan, because I left and walked towards the center of Shibuya and left Keenan. There we go. Flip the camera. And left Keenan because I was like, "Where are you gonna leave?" He's like, probably not till like 45 minutes before everything opens." I was like, "Oh, there goes an Aston Martin." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm kind of stir crazy. I've been up for a few hours." So I was like, I'm just gonna go walk and then head down to Shibuya Crossing and go over there, and then then I'll start walking towards Akihabara, and like we'll see if I walk all that way. I was like, probably not. I'll probably give up at some point and hop a train to get there, but I figure might as well start walking, get those steps in, burn those calories. And enjoy myself. Because Keenan's taking the bus, because he took the bus last night to Shinjuku, to go to Yodobashi, and Shinjuku, and he was like, "The bus is pretty nice, you get to see everything." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." Because had I not woken up so early, I'd just take the bus with him. But because I've been up forever, I was like, I don't want to just sit around. I would have been waiting a couple hours because I thought about leaving. So I got up at like 4:30. I thought about like leaving the apartment at like 5:30. But I was like, that's a little too early. Like even like if I walk all the way to Akihabara from the apartment, it's gonna be, everything's still gonna be closed for a couple hours. And then I will just have walked all that way to sit around and do nothing. So I decided, no, we're not gonna do that. We are gonna wait. So I watched a couple things. Drank some coffee, had a pretty subpar pastry, but I only bought it because it was Godzilla endorsed. So it was like, I thought it was gonna be like a thicker pastry. It was like a very thin pastry with just a ton of like chocolate whipped cream in the middle. And the picture made it look like the pastry was a little bit thicker and there was less cream filling. So it was the exact opposite of what I thought I was getting. So I was like, So that's all I've had for today is a can of coffee and that pastry. So I'll probably will need to refuel at some point on this walk. So it's got me getting to Akihabara because I'm looking at my GPS by 11 a.m. So that's, I don't even know, because let's end this walk and so I can at least track my. So it's 9 o'clock, so that's 2 hours from now. Well, it's 9:09, and it has 10:54. So we're still a ways away. Ooh, Porsche. I don't know if it's a dealership or office building. Probably dealership. Can't imagine Porsche has office buildings in Tokyo, but they might. You never know. But yeah, when I walk through Akihabara, we'll probably have the skillet. That looks pretty delicious, but I'm not ready to stop yet. I'll probably have the backpack camera on so I can like use both hands, so I won't be able to keep much eye on chat. I'll do my best, but down to one phone, unfortunately. That Porsche building is really cool. It's cool architecture. Currently not much to say as I walk through just a very office building-like section of Tokyo. Not much interesting to see. I mean, it is a city where there are businesses, so there will be people, doing business stuff, and there will be business buildings. Yeah, just walking along, getting our steps in, enjoying life. Nothing wrong with that. Sun's actually out today, so sunglasses have been a must. When I get to a bench, I'm probably gonna take a break and see about getting the portable charger on here and working, so I don't kill my battery, because we've already lost like 25% of battery in just the 27 minutes of this. So definitely need more battery power. And actually what I'll do is I'll also look on the map and see if there's anything cool along the way to like stop at. So you don't have to do a straight shot top, how about if we see if there's anything cool along the way. Sweet, there's a bench here at this bus stop. So we can sit down for 1 second. Which would be nice to, at the very least, rest the legs. They're one of the cool Mercedes-Benz. Get the tripod out so you guys can at least see stuff. While I do this. A nice look of the street corner. I'm not sure how to figure this out. I think I'm just gonna hold it while it's charging. Not ideal. It's absolutely not ideal. Okay. Nope, you're gonna pull down the camera. Alright. So, the camera's gonna come off the mount for a second. You guys are gonna be looking down at the ground. Actually, that one. Alright, I cannot find my MagSafe battery. Did I just toss it in here? Ah, there it is. Not going to be safe. Maybe we'll just kill the stream for now. No one's there.